I haven't had a beer at like 3 p.m. on a weekday in a really long time.
And then I like ran over here.
And then Chan ran over with the most great news in all the land.
Which was?
She was spreading the news. Well, before we get into it, welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Shin, joined as always by my co-host, Jay Lee.
Hey.
We're switching up the seating arrangement today. Sumin Han's in the studio with us.
What's up?
And we have a very special guest, my fiance, Jaehyun Paik. What's up?
Hello.
So, as I was saying, we started drinking beers at 3 because we were celebrating some great news. Jaehyun, do you want to tell them what just transpired in the last, I want to say like 8 hours.
So guys, I'm pregnant. I'm just kidding.
Everyone was thinking
what
it.
the fuck? Sue's face.
I almost thought that when you guys said that there was news, but then you were drinking a beer.
Oh
so-
yeah, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starting last Thursday, I started getting these bumps on my skin all over my body, and it just lasted for pretty much all week. And I finally went to the 피부과, the dermatologist, and then this guy says there is a chance that you have scabies. So I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, so really quick, do you guys know what scabies is without looking it up?
It is actually contagious.
It is.
Yeah, that I know.
Sue's looking at me like, the fuck?
But scabies are basically these like little mites
Like
that can
parasites,
burrow
right?
under your skin on
And,
the
like,
very
make
top
a
layer.
tunnel
And they
and lay
lay
eggs.
eggs, right? And
And,
it
like,
gets
have
gnarly.
sex and lay
okay,
eggs.
so Jan calls me. She calls me when she gets out of the 피부과. This is literally like 1:15 today, and she goes, "Babe, I like want to let you know maybe I have scabies. I don't know. I'm going to the hospital like right now to get it checked out." So there's like a 2-hour window where it's like I'm washing everything. I'm like disinfecting and wiping things down. I'm putting all the clothes I wore in the last 2 days in the hamper, like just in case.
So the dermatologist said that I have to go to the bigger hospital. So I called Suncheongyang Byungwon that's like really close by here and also my office. The guy like just sees my like, I guess, rash and he goes, "Oh, that's not scabies at all. Like
Yeah.
you
He
have."
laughed at her.
Oh, because I was panicking. I was like,
Yeah.
this doctor said I had scabies. There's a chance I have scabies, and I heard it's like really contagious. Like, what do I have to do? What are the things I can't do? And he's like, no, you don't have scabies. Like, you have eczema.
This is my impression of the doctor that she went to go see, okay? You're Jaehyun, Jay. Why don't you just role play that for me?
Oh my God! Like I've been getting these like weird bumps lately.
Woman,
and-
calm down. You're being
and
hysterical.
I think they're scabies.
Okay, you're being hysterical. Let me look. Lady, that's just skin. Okay, get out of my office, toots. And scene.
And seen well, fucking pibuqua doctor. Like
I
what
know.
the?
Yeah.
Well, so, but
hell?
I think that
It looks like mogi bites to me, to be
That's
honest.
what we thought, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say like they're.
For like a couple of days, I thought I was just getting destroyed by mosquitoes.
no, but
I have been.
It was just like
and-
crazy because when we thought about if you had scabies, what would the implications of that be? And it would mean all of us having to call all of you guys being like, wash your clothes, wash your bed sheets. You
Yeah.
know, like
I
Yeah.
was so worried for Sam and Amy because remember it was
we like were at their
we
house.
were at their
yeah.
house for the
Right,
Succession final episode.
Well, speaking
But-
of the Succession finale, you guys have any? Jay, did you watch it?
No, I haven't.
You don't even watch the show.
I do watch the show. I haven't seen any of this new season yet.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I've been holding out and saving
Do you watch
it.
Barry by any chance?
I do, and I haven't watched the new season.
Well,
either.
I'm gonna cross this off the list of things to talk about because no one can talk about it. Okay,
I love how you didn't mention this when we were talking about the outline,
I did.
but
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
mind being spoiled, or
Oh, I super mind.
Okay.
Don't do it. I love both of those shows.
yeah,
very
they're
dearly.
phenomenal shows.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Speaking of leaving it at that, notice how the Korean government yesterday really just left it at that when they woke us up at 6:15 in the morning with a incoming launch of something that we had no idea what it was. And then
Yeah.
like 20 minutes later, they were just like, nah, never mind.
Yeah, essentially what happened was there was a missile launch, and everyone got an emergency alert saying you should get
to
prepared
shelter.
to evacuate.
Yeah.
And
It was actually, but I know Jen is the same too. Like we've been in Korea long enough. I've gotten that message a few times through my 11 years here.
Uh-huh.
And every single time it's always been, never mind. So I kind of ignored it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But someone for like our friend Julian, who is actually paranoid about this kind of shit going down, like he was so quick to message the group chat of like, guys, what's going on, you know?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was scary.
I slept through that shit.
Did you
I
really?
did not
Yeah.
hear anything.
That is so funny. It woke me up so fast.
I also
Yeah.
dismissed it.
I definitely woke up, but then I was like, oh, it's just like a COVID alert or like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
harabaji is missing.
I also like couldn't be fucked to read the entire message in Korean at 6:15. I was like,
Exactly.
okay, whatever. Like, an earthquake, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like I would definitely die if there was a missile attack
that's
in
the
my
thing is, like,
sleep. It'd be nice, you know?
Yeah.
If I've
Just to
already-
go very
yeah,
peacefully without
Sleeping.
any anxiety.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Although I would like to be awake just to be like, oh, so this is how it goes. Like I die like this. I would like that because imagine this: if you die in your sleep, don't you think you'd just be a ghost haunting the grounds where you died?
There will be no grounds if that happens.
But you believe in ghosts, Nuna. So like you definitely would.
Yeah,
if you
I'd
died in
probably
your
be-
sleep, yeah.
I'd be floating.
Yeah, you'd be like,
somewhere
guys,
in the universe.
I'm so tired.
chilling.
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Where's my bed? I'm so tired. But that was a jarring sort of reminder that the imminent threat of destruction.
We are still at war.
Yeah, it's like
Is the
it's always
reminder.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I know,
are still at war.
Yeah. I feel like Koreans have become so like
Desensitized.
desensitized
Inoculated.
by the threat of North Korea
Yeah.
that if ever there's an actual like legitimate threat, people are just gonna be like, oh, it's just
Totally.
another
and
Tuesday.
they'll teach
wolf
and
type
South
thing.
Korea in the history books of like when the bombs were dropped on South Korea, everyone was at PCbang.
Yeah.
You know, just fucking
Just, like,
playing
ignoring
League
the
of Legends. Yeah,
warnings.
exactly.
Yeah.
If that happens, the world will end. So I feel like that's probably why most people
Can we also
are just,
talk about how are you guys turning more Republican as you get older or not?
Def not.
Def not. You're really going all in on the liberal side. Huh?
I'm not going all in the liberal. I think I'm becoming more of like a independent because I'm not becoming more fiscally conservative, if that's the question.
Clearly. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just bought an Ionic 5. I mean, I'm kidding. You didn't buy it. You're leasing. We all
I'm
know.
leasing.
We all know.
Yeah.
We all know, yeah.
It's
That was
called it's actually called renting. It's a long-term renting, which is, by the way, the best way to get a car right now.
And how is that different though than leasing?
Leasing is you're still
Oh,
in
they're
a
the same
contractual-
thing.
locked into a longer contract.
yeah, locked into a
like
longer
2-year
contract, and
minimum.
it hits your like credit.
Oh.
It adds to your debt.
Is it easier to rent a car than to lease? I suppose so. It sounds like I answered my own question when I said that.
I think that actually it's something that I like to tell people about because it's not about that. It's more about especially because electric cars, they like update every few years. You don't want to lock yourself into
Right.
leasing a car because it's harder to get rid of at the end. Whereas if you rent a car, you are renting, thus you have better coverage from insurance perspective. Everything's rolled into your monthly price. And because you're more covered if you fuck up the car, like you're pretty much like set, you
Did
know?
not expect this to turn into an advertisement for renting Ionic 5s.
I mean, this is about adulting. I'm just letting you
That's
guys
true.
know the
Yeah.
options because cars are being updated and I mean
Yeah.
significantly updated from
Yeah.
a technological standpoint,
Yeah.
from like mechanical standpoint. So there's no point in purchasing a car or leasing a car. Korea has this amazing product that lets you just rent a car and it's like you can get out of it scot-free and just rent another one.
Right.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, I remember reading an article about that because that's not something that I'm familiar with or was
Yeah,
familiar
me
with at
neither.
all.
So I guess
But-
I am fiscally conservative because I researched my options very thoroughly. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Anyway, you guys hear about this new Equinox lawsuit? $11 million. Oh my gosh. But you guys
Can you-
haven't heard about it.
No, we haven't heard about it, and we need
No.
you to brief us.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well,
Why are you suddenly Australian?
because I'm a little tipsy and reading stuff out loud might be hard for me. Here I go. Okay. So the client,
TLDR.
okay, her name is Miss Europe. Okay. Miss Europe's tenure at the club was short-lived. Equinox terminated her employment in less than a year because the company said she was late 47 times in the course of 10 months. Miss Europe held a different view of her firing, believing that her lateness was merely a pretext for discrimination, and soon after she filed a lawsuit in the Manhattan federal court arguing that she had been subjected to a hostile work environment and eventually let go because of her race and gender. Basically, they settled on $11.25 million in damages. She won the suit.
Her.
Yeah, so I think the way that paragraph like gives that information, it sounds like she deserved to be fired, right? Like being late for work 47 times is a lot.
But I mean, obviously the jury didn't think so.
Right.
So what's
precisely.
Yeah.
So the TLDR of that, and I won't read a paragraph here. I researched it earlier, but basically there were instances of sexual discrimination and harassment by her coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
She was a manager of a bunch of different fitness coaches. One in particular that she, I guess, isolated in the suit was very hostile to her being his superior, basically. And he would refuse to take orders from her. He at times would use her race as a butt of a joke socially, and she felt unsafe in those environments. So clearly she has grounds for a lawsuit. There's no doubt. Like, I don't care if you think you're friends with this person in the work environment. You make a joke about her being black, that's racial discrimination, period.
Absolutely.
That's the state of America, right?
Right.
So, but it's funny because they do point out that they were accustomed to going out after work together as a big team, and they're like, by all intents and purposes, I think they were all friends at this time.
Right.
And he made a joke to her being like, oh, you're black. Can you come with me to flirt with this black girl? And that was one thing that she cited in the lawsuit of like, this is still a work relationship. And actually it wasn't even like at a bar. It was like right outside the Equinox, like when they finished their shift. So that was an example that the article cites of, you know, wherever you fall on that kind of line of what is appropriate and not, at the end of the day, you know, if a worker feels unsafe on company time and with company employees based on race and sex or whatever discrimination stuff, it is grounds for a lawsuit. And this precedent is helpful, I think, for women, basically. Like, she was being represented by a law office that calls themselves like feminist, and they advocate for women's rights. So this is a huge win for this law firm, huge win for women in hostile work environments.
Right.
Like, can you imagine being an Equinox manager of all these fucking gym rat bros? Like, I can understand why she felt it was hostile.
Where was this exactly?
This is in New York, yeah.
Ah,
New
okay.
York.
Of course.
But I mean, what's your guys' like? How does that hit your ear? What do you guys think?
I mean,
Good for her.
good for her, I guess. $11 million.
Equinox can afford it.
Sure,
Certainly
Yeah.
can afford it. I am curious though. Was she actually late 47 times? Like, how did they excuse that away? I really want to know how this how she got out of the tardiness.
I think that like being late for your job, I mean, who hasn't been late 47 times to their job? I don't know. I feel
I'm
like
assuming it's like she was maybe maybe like 5 minutes late. Like, you know, she wasn't actually
exactly.
late.
I feel like
And
it's
then
a
they were like,
technicality.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like one of those things where they're like, oh,
And it's probably not talking about the time she stayed 5 minutes over her shift to like do
Right.
shit too. So like that's why
That's what I'm curious because
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds like such bullshit
Yeah.
that they'd be like, yeah, you were late 47 times, so now we're gonna fire you.
Yeah.
It sounds like
I mean,
And
it's pretty
over the
badass.
course of how many years?
you know, 10 months. 10 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's, that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But this is this is the photo of like the team that's representing her. So it's like,
Oh.
yeah. So that's the plaintiff.
Yeah.
oh, I
And,
love
yeah,
that.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool to see.
Very diverse group of women.
Yeah, very diverse.
young.
And
And
young.
young.
Yeah.
And
Oh my God,
badass.
speaking of young, yesterday I went to an omakase place with a client, and the two chefs were both young, like 19. They looked 19. And, you know, the whole time I'm like, that's why this place is A, affordable, and B, like really popular, because these guys were trying really,
Was this in
really hard.
Seongsu?
No, it was in Apgujeong.
Oh, okay.
Near Dosanggongwon, but it was phenomenal. And it kind of just reminded me of how hungry you are when you're young to like make a name for yourself and like establish a career path and stuff like that.
A lot of chefs are actually very young
Mhm.
because they're also the only ones who can handle such like
high intensity. Yeah.
high intensity, long hours, the physical demands
All the
of the
drinking.
job. Yeah,
Like to be a chef, you have to drink 5 nights a week. you
Right.
know? Yeah.
right. Well,
among other things.
Among other things. Yeah.
not in Korea though.
Not, of course.
Yeah, not in Korea though.
Speaking of Korea, did you hear this missile attack? Oh, oops, we were talking about that.
We already covered that.
Oh, wait, speaking of Korea, what's up with the immigration stuff going on in this country?
Yeah,
I'm good at this, yeah.
what a coincidence that you bring up immigration, because I actually went to the Seoul immigration office today to renew my visa. And in the past few months, I moved to a new district inside of Seoul. So I guess the place where I need to go for the immigration office is different. And so I originally made an appointment in like the bumfuck of Seoul.
Yeah.
And took me like an hour plus to get there. I had to wait, got to my little kiosk, and the person's like, "Oh, you're at the wrong place. You just moved to Yongsan-gu, so you have to go to this other place." And I'm
Yeah,
like,
under her
Is it
breath.
Yongsan-gucheong? Did you have to go to Yongsan-gucheong, or where did you have to go?
No, I had to go to like, so I went to Magok, which is like basically Gimpo, and I had to go to Mokdong, which is still pretty far.
Mokdong is hella far.
Yeah, but like getting an appointment for the immigration office is known to be kind of tough. So I had made this appointment like 3 months ago or something like that. And I
Oh my
was
God, you made this appointment 3 months ago.
I was so pissed when she told me. I like,
Wait, did you have to make another appointment for Mokdong, or could you
No,
just
he
go?
had to go in and wait there.
So the person was like, "Oh, you can just go to Mokdong and they'll accept you. Just tell
Okay.
them you made an appointment for the wrong place." And then so I went to Mokdong, and then I waited in line basically for 2.5 hours plus,
Yeah.
and finally got my things all settled. I guess there's a happy ending to the story, because I've been living here for almost 3 years now, and every time I've had to renew or extend my visa, they only extend it for a year because there's a new language requirement where you have to take this topic test. Topic is the test that you have to take, and it's a Korean proficiency thing. And so having not taken that, they only renew it for a year. This is the most riveting story.
I was waiting for you to run out of breath. Keep going, man. You're almost
Tell
there.
me. Tell
And,
me more.
And so I wanted to be able to extend for at least 2 years, maybe 3. So I took this test a couple months ago, and I passed.
Aced it?
I 100%.
You got 100%, dude. He got an A plus.
What?
I know.
I didn't miss a single
I'm
question.
very
Damn.
surprised.
And-
But you know, but Jay is competitive, and like when he sets his mind to shit, he's gonna fucking kill it. That's that's his
No, no, no.
personality.
This test was
Maybe
like,
not about the Korean
It was
language.
It was
comically
alphabet.
easy. It was comically.
was
It was
just-
like,
Okay,
it was
okay.
re-
I see, I see.
It was so easy.
Well, congratulations.
Anyway, so I renewed my visa, and it's for 3 years
Yeah.
versus 1 year, so I don't have
so
to
we
deal
get
with this
Jay
shit.
for another 3 years.
And hopefully he renews it another 10 times after
I love
that.
how he's like non-committal about it. He's like, yeah, maybe.
I mean, just because it's
I mean-
renewed for 3 years doesn't mean
Yeah, exactly. You know, it might
much.
not
It
be
just
here.
means I don't have to do the inconvenient thing
Right.
of going to the
I think every
immigration
Kyopo
office.
needs to have an F4 on them at all times. I
Yeah.
mean, just in case shit goes down in America, man.
Yeah.
You got to be equipped. Speaking of America, did you guys hear that Al Pacino is having a kid? Wow. Hoo-ha.
Oh, that was good.
Not bad,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Thank
that was
you.
good.
I've been working on it.
Yeah. So how old is Al Pacino?
I'm 82, maybe.
Wow, 82. So how old is his?
She's 29. And her name is Noor.
Nor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think
That is
it
crazy.
is artificial insemination, or they did it the real way?
Oh, are you asking, do I think Al Pacino busted a nut inside of Noor?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he. Why do you think he has a 29-year-old wife?
Can
or
we see a
girlfriend?
picture? Can I please just?
Okay, my girlfriend's making the face that she's gonna make when I'm 82 and trying to blast off.
Who do you think is worse, Leo DiCaprio or Al Pacino?
As a human being or as a dating person?
As a dating person, because Leo's notorious for dumping his 26-year-old
right.
girlfriend.
He only
Talk
dates-
about renting a car versus leasing.
I'm curious.
I think Leo
About this
is a way
newer
bigger piece of
person.
shit. I just get that vibe from him. I think Leo's the kind of guy to be like, look, you're not. This is my Leo impression, by the way. Look, I think you're a nice girl, and
I don't know that. I don't think that's like
Okay.
a good impression. But
Okay, I'm still
sorry,
working on
I'm
it.
just gonna give you really honest feedback.
Thank you.
You gonna chop me up and feed me to the poor?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good one too. Who was that again? Who are you doing?
Leo.
That's Leo.
Oh,
That
I
was
see.
Leo.
From The Departed.
Wait, let's keep
Yeah.
going. Let's keep going. I want to paint you wearing this. Oh no, wait, never mind. She says that in the movie.
Okay, that was great.
Thank you.
Noir.
Man.
Nar.
Nar.
Her name says it all. She's like, Nar, this ain't
Nar.
it. Nar. But I was thinking that's funny because his kid is going to be 10 and he's going to be like 92.
He's gonna be dead.
He's going to be dead.
Yeah.
So this kid is going to be raised, right? Everyone's going to be like, your father was such an amazing man, so influential. And this kid's going to be like watching Scarface. He's going to be watching The Devil's Advocate. He's going to be watching Scent of a Woman. He's going to learn about some harsh realities as a little babe, being like, that's my daddy, you know?
I just
Ugh,
like
jeez,
82.
Yeah, we're looking at pictures of this couple, and it's
fucking
it's
a
very
29-year-old
We'll
girl.
pull a picture on
Is
the
it?
highlight.
I mean, I guess you could bust a nut.
Yeah.
I guess you might have like
well,
a
he
few.
could, yeah, but how is she getting any satisfaction?
Well,
from
she's
this?
I don't think it's about the satisfaction. I'm just
It's-
more impressed at the rate at which his little spermies swim. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I see what you're saying.
How the fuck? But I mean, she's obviously fertile as
yeah,
shit, right?
yeah.
Because she
Right,
must have
right.
just been. Yeah, but either that.
Oh,
or,
here's a twist.
Or it was artificial insemination, and she was like, "Hey, listen, I suck your dick."
Mm-hmm. And
But
then I
you-
spit it into my pussy.
No. It's like the only way you're gonna get money because he must have a lot of wives and kids.
He does. He has
Yeah.
a 33-year-old daughter and then 22-year-old
Oh
twins.
Jesus. Okay,
Yeah.
so basically, I feel
Jesus.
like it's kind of like, okay, you have this before being with me, you can have a kid, and so of my
yeah, of
wealth,
yeah, sure,
of
and my
wealth,
genetics and everything.
you also you will be compensated on my deathbed
sure.
because of your child.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like that's the type of it's like the Logan arrangement from Succession, you know? It's like Logan
we
and
just gotta
it's
throw
like
this in here too.
Let's
like,
also not spoil anything.
no, for
no,
sure.
we're not spoiling, but I'm just
Okay.
saying. I mean,
You know, Robert De Niro has 7 kids. He's 79. So Jan just pulled that data up.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So-
Very well aware.
But you know, going back to so you think maybe he's getting artificial insemination or something? Maybe he froze his sperm back in the day. Let's do a scenario, Jay. You're Leo DiCaprio and I'm Al Pacino, right? And then I just say, "Hey, you wanted to talk to me, Al?"
Hey, you wanted to talk to me, Al?
Oh my God, yeah, Leo. Can I get some of your cum?
Okay, first of all, that sounded like your Seth Rogen impression, so I'm a little confused. I'm
Okay.
a little confused.
Let me try that.
I also love when improv, the other person gives you lines. It's like
Yeah, right. He's
so
like,
fun. Yeah.
Okay.
that was not improv.
That was a setup.
That was like
a setup.
almost like a screen test. You know,
You
he's like,
hey,
can you feed me
hey,
the
bro,
line? Can you feed me the line?
If you wanted me to feed you a line that you're gonna slam dunk, I'll do that for you, dog.
Yeah.
Any day.
Yeah, I
A
got you,
good
I
old
got you,
reach
I got
around.
you.
Yeah. Wait, how old is Leo?
He has no kids though.
I know, right? Maybe he got his shit tied up.
He's above 50 for sure.
yeah, right. He is actually kind of old.
I think he's 40 something.
No.
I was right.
It's
48.
Okay.
Leo is 48.
He's 48.
Okay.
Pushing his 50s, but not yet.
Almost there. Almost
Not
there.
yet.
Well, speaking of 4, John Wick 4, we watched it last night. What a terrific film. Not spoiling anything except the fact that it has been widely acclaimed,
Yes.
universally praised.
Which we already know.
Right.
And I had made a very clear
But also,
statement that I
wait.
would walk out.
But also-
if there were
I
any
know.
spoilers.
But Sue, can I just level with you? It's like, how could we actually spoil a John Wick movie?
Yeah,
There's
it's just
nothing
like-
to spoil. It's the most linear plot you're gonna get.
Hey, I understand.
Okay.
But I want to go into it knowing
No,
nothing.
okay.
But I will say that I saw the trailer, so I am aware of the topic that you're about to bring up about John Wick, for which I approved
Okay.
ahead of the podcast.
Wait,
so
I love
please
that.
share.
I love that. Yeah, we had to run it by your people, and
my people,
we got the memo.
they let me
Yeah.
know.
Well, so John Wick 4, I think, has a lot going for it. The action's terrific, but there's this one new face that's in the movie, and the guy just looks kind of like Kanye West to me. But he obviously plays like one of the characters in the John Wick universe, so he's like kind of a Moshiso assassin type character. And I was watching this character being like, I think this guy will be a star. I'm actually almost positive he's going to be a huge star, and this is his
or
first
we'll be
big
the judge
movie.
of that. Can we please get a
Yeah, babe, can you
photo?
pull a
Yeah,
photo?
because that
of
could
the-
be like all this type of person look
I
the
got it. I
same.
got it right here. So this is what he looks like in the photo that we have.
Okay,
Yeah,
he
I
looks
can see it.
nothing like Kanye.
Okay, he
I
doesn't.
can see.
But
like,
in the movie with dark lighting and blue hues, like he looked a
Yeah.
little bit like Kanye West.
it's like a little chubby Kanye.
I just show you a photo of Barack Obama. This guy's gonna be huge. He looks just like Kanye West. Well, anyway, I think this guy will be a big star. And that's all I wanted to say about it. I was just so
Yeah.
happy that he came out in the movie. He was
I'm
so
actually
good.
curious. Is there is Reddit talking about how this guy looks like Kanye West? Are there people?
so.
Are there people who agree with your
I don't think anyone
characterization? of
Very
this
few
new-
people agree with what I think about anything. So
Speaking of John Wick, isn't the star of that Keanu Reeves?
oh yeah, you know, want
Yeah.
to hear my favorite line in the
Oh
movie?
yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say,
In the movie?
yeah, I need to set you up again for
No, I don't want to hear
Okay?
it from the movie.
I'm gonna love it from you. No, come on, it's one line. So you have to ask me, what are you gonna do, John?
What are you gonna do, John?
I'm going to kill them all.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wow, Keanu is still doing like the Valley guy.
Yeah.
He can't
Sort
help
of
it.
thing,
He
yeah.
really
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
help it.
You know, but that was like it's like 85%
because he's
there.
trying so hard to act, but his actual limitations as an actor are holding him
Hey,
back.
don't you fucking dare talk shit about Keanu Reeves.
I'm celebrating the man. The fact that he's been part of two major franchises, okay? The Matrix and John Wick. And a generous man, giving away
He
Bugattis
is
and millions
literally
of
the
dollars.
best
Yeah.
person.
And that he can't act is just a testament to like how amazing this world is. You know,
you know
what I mean?
what though? Maybe that is acting. Maybe he's really smart and he just branded himself.
I'm really smart.
He could never let go of the what's dumb and not dumb and the,
You're thinking of Bill and Ted's.
Bill
yeah,
and
yeah,
Ted,
yeah, yeah. What's
Big
this-
Adventure, Great Adventures.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Excellent.
Takes place in San Dimas, California.
Ah.
Yeah. Little fun fact.
Great. Thank you for that. Sharing that insight.
Oh,
Okay,
speaking
what's
of
next on the
insight, you know when you have to take a shit and you need to get really far out of sight, but in your butt with some toilet paper? Luckily, this episode of the Side Dish Podcast is brought to you by our favorite toilet paper company, No Brainer.
No brainer.
No Brainer is made from 100% bamboo
Mm-hmm.
and only costs one low payment of...
Well, it depends. There's a lot
Okay.
of different configurations.
What's the lowest
but,
payment?
The lowest payment. No, we don't want you to buy that. We want you to buy the value pack, which is around $20 USD
Every day.
No, but it comes with 24 rolls of
So $20
high
for 24
quality.
rolls. Uh-huh.
That's USD. I just want to point out because
Okay.
it's 23,300원.
Oh, wow.
But
I use it. I've been using it for about a year now, and it's the best toilet paper I have ever used. I'm
I
not
agree.
lying.
Strong
I'm not
agree.
exaggerating.
Strong
sorry,
agree.
It is
it
the
doesn't
best.
rip in your hand when
It
you
does
do
not
a
rip-
particularly
doesn't-
hard
Yeah.
wipe. You
Yeah.
know when you have like a really like
I haven't
kind of like
sodomized
Sue,
myself
we've been
in a
there.
long
We've
time.
been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you just have like just keeps coming
Or
out.
when you don't have enough like friction to hold on to this, like sometimes you need more like moisture on your hands to actually grip the toilet
Yeah,
paper.
no, we got
This toilet paper has grip on
We've
it.
got
Yeah.
some tight embossing. It's quite
Yeah.
good quality toilet
it's really
paper.
good.
Yeah. And you're
We-
saving the earth.
I just wanted to mention that. Thank
Right.
you,
Yeah,
Jay.
you're welcome.
Yeah,
I
good
can
for the
lob
environment.
on my own too, without people feeding me lines.
I agree. You have
Feeling attacked. But
but yeah, good for the environment. Good,
for the
for your
environment.
butts.
Yeah.
No trees. Did you know bamboo was a plant?
Yeah, I know what bamboo is. Thanks for that insight. Thanks for that insight.
Thank you, No Brainer, for sponsoring
Thank you,
this
No Brainer.
episode.
Yeah.
You know what else is a no-brainer? We'll conclude on this, okay? I've been reading this book called The Untethered Soul by Michael A. Singer. It's like a New York Times best-selling book. And it's got some really helpful tips that when you read it, you're like, oh, of course. Like one of the tips it has is when you're kind of caught in your own thoughts and you're kind of giving yourself anxiety almost, or you're kind of caught up in the fear of something or the anticipation of something. Just literally imagine that the person in your brain is like a replica of you, like a roommate who looks just like you, but a roommate that like honestly annoys the shit out of you and you don't have to listen to them. And that exercise, when that book explained that to me, I was like, oh yeah, there are times when I'm doing the monologue in my head and then I realize that, yeah, that's a really good exercise to be like, oh, that's a separate person who like thinks similarly to me, but is like not the person I should listen to right now. In fact, sometimes that's the last person I need to listen to because they don't have a good perspective on anything. Like they're just feeding me this one thing of the way that I'm looking at it. And I'm trusting it because I think it's me. But one thing the book is illustrating is like, that's not really you. That's like you on autopilot, promulgating and speaking about all these anxieties and things that aren't really serving you any good. So imagine that person is like your annoying roommate who looks like you and thinks like you, but that you don't have to listen to is really helpful as like a mental exercise. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know who recommended that, or like I feel like I heard it on a podcast or something and then added it to my list.
But I mean, everything is so no-brainery, right? It's just like, yeah, obviously that you shouldn't like give in to your anxieties. Obviously your internal monologue is biased, but he has another example which I'm a little bit more skeptical of, but he goes like, you notice how when you're really feeling down, say like you just got through a breakup and you're just feeling super depressed and you sleep 12 hours a day, you wake up, you're still like not feeling motivated, you don't want to see anyone, you just feel sad, you're depressed. And then suddenly you get a text weeks later from your boyfriend or ex-girlfriend or whatever. Suddenly you have infinite energy, right? And so we think of this as like, oh, that's because, it's activating my pleasure sensors and stuff. And his point being like, where did that energy come from, right?
It
like your body
exists
always
somewhere.
had it. Yeah, it was in your body. Maybe it was like in your brain somewhere, but you had that dopamine there. What was stopping you from unlocking it, right? It was just this one little, like 3 words.
Trigger.
Yeah, trigger. I miss you. And suddenly your whole world changes again. Your brain
Yeah.
chemistry changes. So one thing the book is challenging readers to do is like, try to figure out how to always be able to access that, even when you do feel sad, which is fine. But find a way to like be able to zoom out and still access the happiness stuff. Otherwise, like, I haven't finished the book. I don't really know. But otherwise, your soul might be tethered.
Actually, on that note, I did have something that I was not sure if I wanted to talk about, but I do want to bring it up because, so I actually, my godson, who is Yoda, a dog, just passed the rainbow, crossed the rainbow bridge,
Yoda.
2 days ago, and I've been pretty like devastated about it because I was actually planning on going to see him. But he actually, I saw him when he first came home, and he's been there for me through all of my 20s and my 30s. And I feel like this like overwhelming sadness, but also happy for him because he's going to be like, he's on the other
Free of
side,
pain.
pain free.
Yeah.
But trying to like pull myself out of that sadness. I've been thinking a lot about like the silent meditation thing that I went through, and trying to I guess untether my soul.
No, well, so I mean, thanks for sharing that because that's like
Yeah.
a feeling I think a lot of us can identify with. One thing the book does talk about with like hard emotions like that is basically what part of you is sad, right?
Right.
So it's like the part of you that's sad is a part of you that loves Yoda. You know what I
Right.
mean? But there's a lot of other parts of you that you can identify that have nothing really to do with Yoda that are still happy. So, which I think you are doing. Like you didn't come in here bawling, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I totally
and I
understand,
think
though.
it's also like the part of me that's happy is the fact that he will be pain free, and he
Right.
deserves to be pain free, and he's much happier on the other side, know,
Yeah.
and that will move on. I don't want him to feel worried that I'm sad or anything like that. I'm not. I'm happy for him, and I'm thankful.
Yeah, good thing that dogs like don't understand what that really. I doubt that Yoda was like, "What is Sue gonna think?" To make you feel a little bit better, or maybe that's
You're
not me.
fucking wrong,
Okay,
by the
no,
way.
you're right. You're right.
They actually hang on to
No, for
like
sure,
their
for
last
sure.
few days because they're worried about like they are in so much pain, but they will actually
Want to
like
see?
try to
Yeah.
just because they're so worried that their
No,
owners
sure.
are gonna
True.
be so sad.
I've heard a lot of stories of kids who come from college for the summer and the dog dies the day they come back.
Yeah,
like the
because
day
they
come
hang
back.
on. Yeah,
Because they're like,
Crazy.
okay, you're here. I can say bye to everyone. Yeah.
Dogs are very intelligent beings.
No, they are. But we also hold them captive in our homes, so it's more like a Stockholm syndrome kind of thing. Where
Oh my god! Thank you. That actually just like took away all the, like the feelings of
we imbue animals.
grieving and
We
mourning.
we imbue
Replace it
animals
with
with too
anger
much.
towards Aaron. You know, that's the best way. I like
Yeah.
that. No, but
I'm here to serve.
I love that. But also I just wanted to shout out to Yoda.
Shout out Yoda.
Shout out Yoda. Have fun out there.
R.I.P.
I'll be there soon probably.
Don't say that.
Get out of
I
here.
was like, she's not gonna say that, is she?
No
You said it. I was
way.
like, oh god.
I mean, of all the people around me, I have the worst lifestyle probably. So anyway,
Thank you for sharing, though. That was
No,
nice.
I feel you. I mean, whatever. I saw a TikTok with like this guy interviewing a bunch of people. You know, those guys who interview college campus
you're
kids.
right.
And he was interviewing only dudes. It looks like dudes on his like athletic team. These are all like buff kids. It's like, when's the last time you cried?
Thirst traps.
Dude, honestly, 9 out of the 15 people he interviewed were like, oh, my dog died when my dog died. I was like, I guess guys like hyper-masculine men only really feel permission to cry when dogs or like family members, obviously. But like a dog dying is something I think within the hyper-masculine sphere. It's like, there's a reason why we call our bros dogs, you know?
Because they give you unconditional love.
And they hump your leg.
Yeah.
You feed
but
them out of the palm of your hand.
I do think that this is like almost like for me it's the first time losing a dog that's like it feels like my family,
Sure,
you know?
yeah.
And it almost makes me think like, could I ever actually have a dog? Because I think I would be wrecked. Because I feel wrecked right
Yeah.
now.
Well, you know, our friend Rob just lost his dog, and we should check in on him. Actually, he texted me about the writing workshop, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to be able to write anything. I'm busy." And I wanted to respond like, "Oh, I hope you're doing well with Tubu," but that weird male part of me was like, I don't know if that's. Maybe I don't want to bring it up. Maybe he doesn't want to hear that right now. Maybe he's like working to move on. So I was like, it's all good. But there was a part of me that wanted to be like, if you need to talk to anyone, like I'm here. You know, you can talk.
And
about
I think that's a good thing to say to anyone
Yeah.
because
Too
when
bad I
they're
didn't
ready,
say that. Instead, I was like, all right, fucker, see you later, ass.
That's not what Aaron said, as we all know. But
Can you imagine?
So
See you later,
hyper-masculine.
ass.
it's just,
All right, well, this was a fun episode. I'm getting a little tipsy. Should we just close it out? I think that was a good one.
yeah, I think that was a good
Sue,
one.
thanks for that though. That was like an earnest, sincere moment. We don't get a lot of those on the podcast.
Yeah, I actually felt like I wanted to shout out Yoda, who
Yeah.
is probably hanging out with Duba right now. And
soon to be joined by Sue.
soon to be joined by Sue. I'll be there to pick y'all up.
Just had what? Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Side Dish Podcast. Please like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at _
Smash
the
the
Side
like
Dish
button.
for the YouTube algorithm. Have you guys been noticing the reels I've been posting?
Yeah, of course.
The
All right.
reels.
Thanks for that feedback, Jay. And with that said, we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Bye.